So just a couple words about the textbook. It's hard to find the perfect textbook. So what I've compromised on is Images of the Past by Feynman and Price. It's a good resource. It's good to have on hand. I'm not requiring you to have the latest version, which is pretty expensive, the 8th edition. You could have the 7th edition or even the 6th edition. The content is pretty much the same. Each week on the syllabus, I have not the page numbers because those vary from edition to edition, but I have the headings that are in each chapter that you should focus on. On Amazon, you could even rent the textbook. I think that actually is the cheapest option. Okay, so in terms of how you'll be graded and the things you'll be working on during the semester, I divide up the class into fifths. Essentially, there's 15 weeks, so every 3 weeks, that material you'll have a quiz on it. The final quiz, the 5th quiz, will not be cumulative. It will just be on the last 3 weeks of class. I think that breaks up the class well, and it also doesn't put a lot of weight on, let's say, one exam. So each of the quizzes are 13% of your total grade, so all of them together, it's combined 65%. You're going to have a research project that you'll be working on throughout the semester and will be due near the end of the semester. One portion of that will be an individually written writing assignment, an individual research paper on a specific topic. The topic will be the collapse of a civilization that you will get to research. Using the same topic, you're also going to work in groups that I'm going to break you up in, and you are going to create a PowerPoint video or some sort of video presentation about the collapse of that society. That presentation and how your peers assess your performance working together will be 10% of your grade. The research paper that you're going to write as individuals is 20% of your grade. During some weeks, I will give you articles to read, things that supplement what we're doing in class, and maybe ask you to write a brief explanation or discuss some of the problems brought up in the article, and that will be 6% of your grade. Almost everything will be in Blackboard, or there will be links to it in Blackboard. If you click on the Blackboard site, you saw that there was this Begin Here section. The syllabus and the videos were here. So I have the sidebar here organized to hopefully make things a little bit easier, where you can see instructor information, the syllabus. Each week I will put links to the videos and also the other things I might want you to do for that week. The YouTube playlist, so all of the class videos will be on a specific playlist on my YouTube account. Information about the final project, e-reserves in the library that you'll be able to use for your project, right? Blackboard Collaborate Ultra that you might want to use when you work in your groups or when you want to talk to me, let's say, and ask me a question. Anytime you want to ask me a question, please send me an email and we can set up a time to either meet in person or using Zoom. I don't have set office hours because things need to be a little bit more flexible this semester, but please, if you have any sort of question or you want to meet or talk about anything, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to do that. Finally, let's take a look at the syllabus. So in the syllabus, I just have a little bit of information about obviously some of the challenges that many of you might face right now. Make sure to take care of yourself. You have a commitment to your own health and to your family. Let me know if there's anything going on or if you need any assistance. And if I can't help you directly, I'll try and put you in touch with those who can. I've tried to hyperlink the syllabus. So within the syllabus itself, you can click on the links here in the table of contents to get to a specific section if you're having trouble finding it. Right, and I have all the weeks listed as well. So as you're going to see, as I talked about before, this class focuses on big questions. It fulfills two Gen Ed requirements: global perspectives and historical perspectives, right? So critical thinking, collaboration is part of that, and problem solving as well. So those are things that you will be using throughout the semester, and also in your final research project. So there's lots of information that you could look at on your own. We talked about the text already. Here's my information, including my email. Talked a little bit about the different things that will be going on during the semester. There's a link to library resources, which I will talk more about when you're working on your final project. I'm going to give you an outline for each week so that you know sort of what to take notes on. And I have it organized week by week. So here you can see the textbook. And I'll try and post a table of contents so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But the sections, that you'll find these sections in the table of contents of the textbook. Principles of Archaeology, Contemporary Hunters and Gatherers. I'd like you to read those. I'd also like you to read this page on methods, archaeological methods. You can see here, week 2, we're going to be talking about the origins of agriculture, right? So starting off in the Middle East. These web links are really, really good. Click on each of them in the syllabus, and they will provide you with a very good analysis of exactly what we're going to be talking about in class. For each week, unless I state, the reading for that week should be done by the end of that week, not necessarily before. If I want you to do a reading beforehand, I will tell you in advance. Okay, I would also like you to watch the video, just the first part of Guns, Germs, and Steel next week, which we will talk about. So you can see we go into agriculture in Europe, agriculture outside of Europe and the Middle East. So we talk about China, we talk about the New World, quote unquote, the Americas. And then we start getting into what we call civilization. We'll talk about what do we exactly mean by that. Anthropologists also call these societies complex societies. So we'll be looking at that and the beginnings of writing. We'll get to look and examine some ancient writing. And then we'll start with the very first civilization, or what many people consider the first civilization ever, Mesopotamia, which is now in the Middle East, modern-day Iraq. After that, we look at ancient Egypt, and then India with the Harappan civilization of the Indus Valley, Mesoamerica, so Central America, the Olmec, Teotihuacan, and then the Maya, a little bit on the Aztec. Then we move to South America, Tiwanaku, the Moche, the Inca civilization, then over to China, and then we begin to look at different kinds of civilizations called secondary states. We look at secondary states in Africa, and then secondary states in Europe, the Minoans on Crete, the Mycenaeans in Greece, and start looking at the issue of collapse. You'll be working on your, finishing up your paper and your presentation. The last week, we will have presentations online. You guys will take some notes on each of the presentations, and the last quiz will be on China and Africa and Europe, and also the collapse of some of these civilizations, right? Okay, so there will be more videos coming. This week we'll be looking at archaeological methods. Again, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. Thank you.